What's going on, everyone? So LeBron James is officially out of tonight's game against the Utah Jazz, and this may actually be a good thing on a multitude of levels. Now, LeBron hasn't played up to snuff, right, for his standards, and I think a lot of that has to do with just his ankle injury as well as he's been dealing with some sickness, because a lot of the issues with LeBron James, because a lot of people equate it to just father time. Personally, I don't think that's what it is, because we've seen him be able to get to the paint and do a lot of the things that he usually does. But it just seems like he doesn't really have the lift that is necessary to, get the ball into the hoop on some of these jump shots, which an ankle injury would affect that, as well as depending on the sickness, that could affect that as well. But also, it's some of his decision making, and it's almost like he's trying to force certain issues because he doesn't have that breath, that air to kind of get to what he wants to do and do what he needs to do. And yes, that could be equated to father time, but an ankle injury and, some sort of respiratory issue or something like that could also equate to that. So him getting a couple days off, kind of just rehab and rest and kind of get his body and his, mind and everything right, I think will be hugely beneficial for LeBron James, right? Because they play today against the Utah Jazz, and then they have tomorrow off entirely for voting day, and then they don't play again till Wednesday against the Clippers. And I said a couple days ago that I thought that they should sit LeBron James out for like a week at least, just to kind of let him get back to what he's doing. It's not like we're winning games right now anyway. It's not like we're all of us, we're just shooting the lights out and LeBron James is playing this incredibly dominant level to where it's just like, man, if we sit him, like all of a sudden we're going to lose 3 or 4 games. We're losing 3 or 4 games with or without him right now. And so I just think the best course of action might be to just let him get right. Let him get his ankle right. Let him get his body right. And then come back and try to go on a run here. Try to go for a little push, especially like later on into November. The schedule lights up a little bit, and we can maybe get back to 500 somewhere along those lines. It also will force other guys to step up, because tonight we have LeBron out, but we also have Lonnie Walker, who has been great for us and averaging 16 points a game right now. He had a bit of an off night last night, but still, he's for the most part been pretty solid for the Lakers. And so we're losing his scoring. We're losing LeBron James and his scoring and just everything that he brings to the table, the rebounds, the assists, all of that stuff. And then on top of that, Patrick Beverley hasn't really had an impact, but defensively, he's been solid, he's been stout, and he's still a body that we need. We already have had Dennis Schroeder, Thomas Bryant out for the entire season so far up to this point. They're still probably out for another week or so, if not longer. So it's really going to cause other guys to have to step up, and that might be good for the Lakers. Now, obviously, Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, they have been arguably our 2 best players, at least the last few games, although Anthony Davis, the halves have really been bad for him, right? Anthony Davis, he's had the first halves where he's just dominant, and then the second halves, he's putting up 2-3 points in those halves. That can't happen, right? And now the Lakers need to figure out ways to get him effective in the second halves and throughout the course of the game. The last 3 games, he's had 0 points on 3 shot attempts in the fourth quarter. That's just not going to get the job done. Well, now he's going to have to figure it out. Now we're going to need him to come in and step up. Russell Westbrook, he's going to have to continue to play in a big role. Ever since he came off the bench, he's been fantastic. But now he's going to have to come in and step into a starting role and really have an impact. We're going to need, a heavy game from Russell Westbrook. He's going to have to come out and really perform and really show out. We're going to get to see what these two can do without LeBron James and what this team in general can do without LeBron James. Now, I don't think all of the issues with the Lakers and LeBron James, right? It always seems to be one extreme or the other, right? Everything's Russell Westbrook's fault. Now Russell Westbrook isn't the scapegoat anymore, and now it's like everything's LeBron James's fault. And I don't think that's what it is. I mean, basketball is a team sport. It's a team effort. Everyone has to contribute, right? And I think LeBron, his decision-making has impacted the Lakers in a negative remark, I guess. And, him holding the ball, letting the shot clock wind down, and then jacking up threes when he's 0 of 15 over the last several games. And then he finally hit a 3, and it's like, okay, well, let me go take 2 more. And it's like, dude, I understand you hit a 3, and I understand he's trying to shoot out of a slump, but you don't have the lift. You have admitted it yourself. It's just better decision making. Well, LeBron's out now, and now guys are going to have to step up. And this could go one of two ways. Obviously, one way it could go is that we just get blown out and ran out the gym in Utah and it's just terrible. Or whether we win or lose, guys have a great game, guys step up, and maybe that'll get us out of our little slump. I don't think we're going to be an elite three-point shooting team, right? We're not going to be a team that's shooting 40% as a team. But if guys are in a position to where they have to play better, they have to step up, we're going to see what this team really has. And it doesn't even mean, even if we lose the game, right? How did we lose? And did guys actually step up? You know, like if we got ran and blown out the gym, that's a problem. But say we lose by like 3. You know, and it's like it was a tight game, and, you know, it was like, man, LeBron James was definitely the factor. If we had LeBron James, this is a game we definitely would have won, right? That's what we need to see. And guys maybe getting some more confidence because they got to step up and they got to play a bigger role. No, maybe we can see more from, you know, Troy Brown and, you know, maybe Kendrick Nunn will finally get out of his slump and wake up a little bit. Maybe we can get a 20-point game out of him. I'm not saying it will happen, but a lot of times you'll see it. The star goes down and guys really step up and they really kind of get back into the flow of things. And then when the star comes back, it's good. Great example were the Clippers last year, right? Clippers this year, kind of different story. But Clippers last year, they lose Paul George, they lose Kawhi Leonard, and it's like, oh, that team's dead, they're done. It's over for them, right? And then they turned out to be a pretty good team. All the role players, everybody stepped up. Everybody, you know, took their game to the next level. Everyone was contributing. They were playing team basketball. Things were looking really good. And then Paul George comes back and he's able to just kind of plug in and fit in with these guys. And when he was playing with those guys, he was able to take them to another level. And then ultimately he gets injured again and it just becomes a big mess, right? But maybe the Lakers, can replicate that. You have Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. They step up. They have their big games tonight. And then maybe other guys, you know, Austin Reeves, Matt Ryan, Kendrick Nunn, Damian Jones, you know, guys like that. Maybe they now will finally step up because they're like, okay, we don't have LeBron to rely on. We don't have LeBron to count on to go get us, you know, 30 points a night, stuff like that. We got to play better. We got to do better. And then when LeBron does come back, if everybody continues to play that way, maybe we can rattle off some wins, right? Maybe the landscape of this team, some confidence gets boosted into this team, and we can rattle off some wins. I do think we can win this game. I think that this is a winnable game. I think last time we played Utah was a winnable game, right? And I do think that we can continue to trek along even without LeBron James. And if we win this game, next up is the Clippers on Wednesday. I wouldn't be against, especially if we win today. If we win today, right? Big if. But if we win today, I wouldn't mind the Lakers sitting LeBron James out against the Clippers. I really wouldn't. Because then if you do that and you sit LeBron out for the Clippers, our next game would be Friday against the Kings at home, right? Like that could be a winnable game with or without LeBron James. But if LeBron wants to come back, he can come back, and he's had like 5 days of rest, 6 days of rest. Like that could be good for him and for the team. But again, it's going to come down to what are other guys stepping up, or other guys doing what they need to do in order to help get a win, or maybe even 2. Because if we lose again tonight, now we're 2-8. We got to go play the Clippers. It's like, do you really sit LeBron again? Do you really are you really going to let that be a thing? Now we're 2-9, and it's like, okay, like now 20 games in, we're going to be 5-15. Like this is not good, right? But if they step up tonight, then it takes a little pressure off of, okay, we need to get LeBron back, right? And then let's say we do beat the Clippers without LeBron, okay? That doesn't mean that we're a better team without LeBron James. I know some people are going to switch it to that and try to make it seem like, oh, see, look, we don't need LeBron James. LeBron James is the problem. That's not the case at all. What it means is that guys are stepping up and playing better, which is good. So when LeBron James comes back, now we're a better team for it. And that's what we need to do. That's what we need to achieve. That's what we need to accomplish, you know? And hopefully that'll be the case for LeBron, for the Lakers, for all the players in general. And I'm really hoping that this is something that helps elevate. I think this has the potential to be a positive in a positive direction, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we won't know until the game is actually played and played out. But don't be shocked if we get a win today, because guys have to step up. Russell Westbrook steps up and has like a monster night. Anthony Davis has a monster night, right? Because when you have a guy like LeBron James, it's really easy to allow LeBron James to do everything, right? It's really easy, especially for role players. It's really easy to take a step back and say, okay, LeBron James is here. Let's go get LeBron the ball. Let's let LeBron do his thing. I'll just stand over here. When you don't have LeBron, now that guy has to step up. He has to play to another level if he's capable. And that's what we'll find out. Are these guys capable of stepping it up a notch? And then if they do, and you get a win and you look good and everything's great, then it's like, see, this is what we need from you when LeBron James is playing, and we can rattle off some wins and maybe turn our season around a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. What do you think? Do you think that this could be good for the Lakers? Think that this will cause guys to step up? Do you think they're even capable of stepping up? Do you think, yes, sit LeBron, let him get some rest, let him get his ankle right, his body right, all of that stuff? That's my biggest thing, is that, look, we're not winning games regardless. So our only chance is right now, without a trade or something like that, just currently as it stands, no pun intended, is we would have to let LeBron get some rest, and then maybe he can come out and give us some heroics. Maybe he gets his lift back, and if he gets his lift back, maybe he starts knocking down shots again, which opens the floor, which allows him to create and do more. It could be a real positive, but we'll see. As always, again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions, good, bad, ugly, somewhere in between. Let me know down in the comment section below.